Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another Live in Leesburg, where on Fridays I take you behind the scenes of a different department or service provided to you here in the town. I'm Leah Cozen, Assistant Public Information Officer. There goes one of our fans. Today we are going to be talking about ParkLogix, the new parking technology here at the Town Hall parking garage. With me today to tell us a little bit more is our Deputy Town Manager, Keith Markle. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I just realized this is the first time you've ever been on Live in Leesburg.
I know, you've been chasing me for years, and
here
we are.
Here we are.
Live together.
Yep,
so
you had no other choice.
Here we go.
So let's talk about ParkLogix here at the Town Hall parking garage. Why did we decide to do this as a town, and when did it first go live?
All right, so if you've been downtown recently, I guess even not so recently, we put it back in November.
Okay.
So right before the holiday season kicked off.
All right.
And this is sort of the brainchild of a former council member, Ara Bagdasarian, who was really pushing us to sort of update our technology here. And it's really aimed at solving the universal frustration of, is there space in the garage? And we know, thanks to our thriving downtown, those Friday nights, those Saturdays are getting really busy in the garage.
Absolutely.
And so this signage is going to help folks know when's a great time to come into the garage, when we're getting a little snug, when it's a good time to go maybe look for another parking spot here in downtown.
Now, how many parking spaces are available here in the Town Hall parking garage?
So nights and weekends, when we have the highest demand for our downtown, we have 358 spaces. Now, during the weekdays, we have 100 reserved spaces in the garage that are out of play. So during the weekdays, we've got 258. Nights, weekends, holidays, we add 100 to that count.
Good numbers. And as you're talking, I'm actually showing one of the first signs that you'll see upon entering the garage. This is on the Loudon Street entrance. We've actually been seeing those numbers change from 52 to 53. This is pretty accurate, correct?
Yep.
Let's
down to it, it refreshes every 30 seconds to a minute, so it's not exact, but it gives you a pretty good indication of what's available.
All right,
in the
and let's talk about how that works. We're going to carefully, because cars are going to be coming in and exiting the garage, let's talk about how this technology works. Now, at every single entrance here and on the Market Street side, there are these little pads. What are these?
Right. So the main goal when we're trying to find a solution that was going to work in the garage is finding something that we could easily retrofit into the existing garage. And the garage is 35 years old, and it wasn't designed to have all the conduits and cables. So we found a really neat solution that relies on wireless transmitters and repeaters. So you'll see these black mats as you come into the garage, as you leave the garage, and as you travel level by level within the garage. And each one of those has a little transponder that sends a count. When you drive over it, your vehicle trips that count, and that will send it back to the brains of the computer, and it will adjust the count. So it's fairly simplistic. Most of it works wirelessly, so you'll see that main sign out at the entrance, which just gives you the total available count for the garage, and you can see we've got 54 spaces right now.
Yep.
So you can tell we're having a very busy Friday here
Lunchtime.
in town. Lunchtime, always busy. And then when you come into the garage, you'll see a larger sign that has level by level notations there on the spaces that are available.
Let's go.
And one of the unique things is our garage, we have those 100 reserved spaces in the basement that are on a monthly reserve schedule. At 5 o'clock, that permit sign goes down, and we'll show you the actual available count in the basement as well.
Wonderful.
And then you'll see level 1, 2, and 3 on what's available in each one of those spaces.
All right. Now, does this technology, I mean, it seems pretty accurate based on what we're seeing here with the people coming and going. And I'm going to carefully, turn around a moment. Sorry to make everybody dizzy so we don't get tripped up here in the wires. It's pretty accurate. And this is going, 24/7. There's a way to look for this online too, or is that coming soon?
It's coming soon. So that's one of the cool features is it can integrate in with our website. It can integrate in with future applications on your smartphone. So we haven't rolled that out yet. We're waiting to get all the bugs worked out of the system, but that's something we're looking forward to here in the next few months. We'll have that real time on the website. So as you're planning a trip into the downtown, you'll be able to look at the website, see what's available. And we can also expand this program not just to the Town Hall garage, but we can also include maybe a future Liberty Lot application, the county parking garage, Pennington Lot, Madison Lot. So it has expansion capabilities to it as well.
Great. And does this technology change the way people are paying for parking, or do they still go to the kiosks, or they can pay upon
all that
exiting?
part stays the same. That's the easy part. So all this is doing is telling us the counts. The payment systems are still the walk-up kiosk is what we recommend, because that gives you the fastest exit when you get to the gate.
Yep.
If you do forget to pay at the walk-up, you can pay at the gate on your way back out again.
Great.
And a friendly reminder, it is free nights, weekends, and holidays, so that's always a great aspect of it. And the first 2 hours in the garage are free as well.
Yes.
So that's another huge benefit.
Great.
And then it's $1 every hour after the first 2 free
After
hours.
that. Okay, great. Is there anything else you want to add? Any other things coming to the parking garage? I know there's some other work being done.
We do. We've got some fun things happening. I guess if you like parking garages, it's fun. So as you notice, older garage, we've had some maintenance issues over the last few years where we've made some pretty sizable investments in repairing some concrete work, fixing up some of the structural issues in the garage. So everything is structurally sound. Now we're going to come back in and do some cosmetic work. So you'll be noticing some scraping and painting on the metal work, on the railings, on the guides. And then we're also going to be doing a recoating on the top level of the garage.
Okay.
If you come in during a rainstorm recently, you notice it's kind of drippy down here. So we're going to recoat everything, real seal everything, and that will make it a lot more watertight. And probably the best feature that's coming here in the next few months is going to be our EV charging stations.
Yes.
So we'll have 2 electric vehicle charging stations on Lassiter Way for larger vehicles, and they'll have 2 charging stations up on the top level of the garage here for electric vehicles. So
Great.
excited to see that.
All right. Well, who knew that parking garages would be so exciting to talk about?
Tell you what.
Well, thank you very much for all
right.
of that valuable information. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you have questions, don't be afraid. Post them in the comment section below. I'll monitor them throughout the rest of the day and throughout the weekend and answer them. One thing I want to note is that if you're unable to watch these lives on Facebook, or if you know someone who might be interested in learning more about the town but doesn't have access to Facebook, we are now saving all of our Facebook Live in Leesburgs to our town's YouTube channel. So I'll share that information in the comment section below as soon as I get back to my desk. Thank you so very much for tuning in, and I will see you next week.